welcome to BW Marketing World's BW Excel Conclave. Congratulations, you're a winner today. What does this recognition mean to you?
I think a recognition like this is testament to the fact that the world is increasingly understanding the importance that strategic communications and marketing communications has on business processes. I think a couple of years back, and this is I think the statement that all communication professionals are always grappling with, how does what we do add to the return on investment that companies spend on having a communications professional? This recognition actually reiterates that communication is genuinely fundamentally the most important tool that changes perceptions about brands. What we do not just impacts your consumers, positions your brands in a certain way, but it also enables you to pave the path towards the goals that the brand has, towards reaching certain places, collaborating with like-minded companies, governments. I think it's an honor to be here, and I'm very thankful to be receiving this award. So thank you.
Lovely. If I ask you what communication channels or platforms have delivered the most meaningful engagement for brands or probably for your clients in the past year, and which ones do you see declining in effectiveness?
I think print medium, as hard as it is for me to say this, especially because I'm a former journalist, is becoming obsolete. Digital platforms are what work. Snackable content is what works. As an agency, the agency that I represent, SPAG and Partners, we work with global companies, B2B players primarily. That's our play, technology companies. And you realize increasingly that even companies that have business models that are difficult to decipher and understand are now finding ways to package their content in a way that it's very immersive, it's very experiential. So the conversation that's going on indoors about AI, that's a very good example of this. How does AI really impact our lives? Communications and platforms, digital platforms, whether it's YouTube content, social media content for that matter, or podcasts, they actually help you understand the kind of tangible impact that technology manages to create. Likewise for any other B2B business. So I think to answer your question a little more concisely, the platforms that are actually doing well are platforms that have transformed with the needs of the consumer, making content more audiovisual in nature, more interactive in nature. Platforms that are becoming obsolete are print platforms.
Okay. Speaking of AI, now how do you see the PR industry evolving with the integration of AI, because now press releases and crisis management and everything is just coming out in seconds from AI. How are you guys managing it? How are you integrating, and how are you understanding and absorbing the whole concept of it?
I think this is a very interesting question, and one that we discuss very often in PR circles because one, I'm personally somebody who at some point was not very happy with the onset of PI, because I used to find that as a profession that's extremely demanding, that's extremely fast-paced, we tend to take the shortcut method which is accorded to us by AI. But over time I've realized that there is one thing, while AI is augmented reality and it's more intelligent, intuitive technology, the one thing that AI lacks is the human intelligence. Because AI is developed on the basis of machine learning predictive models that understand behavior and give you recommendations accordingly, right? The one thing that AI hasn't been able to do is give you that human touch. When we look at strategic communications, there can be absolutely no substitute for what a human communication professional can add to the profession. So which is why I think while content creation, the example that you gave, press releases, PR is much beyond press releases, interviews, articles, it goes much beyond. PR is about enabling companies to meet other companies, advocacy, driving certain narratives that create a better world for your consumers, for your target audience, right? AI comes in where it helps you get a very concise look at the landscape that you're operating in, because research has become very easy now. Before AI, I think research was very difficult. Content is easier to create, which is why the focus now has shifted from creating quick press releases and quick pitch notes to doing more intelligent, targeted conversations that are more in line with exactly the kind of impact or the kind of needle shifting that you're trying to catalyze. So I think AI, to me, is a tool which ensures that your fundamentals are taken care of, but it equips you to be able to take more intelligent decisions and to do your job better. But there is no replacing the human aspect of comms. This, among all other professions, I think is one role which requires the human touch.
That was very well put, Devleena. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you.